Just a few short days ago, we saw Mack Brown come out and say that he planned on remaining the head coach of the University of North Carolina going into next season and possibly beyond. Fast forward to today, and it looks like the athletic director had different plans. He's been fired. What's going on, Canes fans? Look, I know that this is not specifically about the Miami Hurricanes, but most of you know about my relationship with former North Carolina head coach Mack Brown. I don't like him one bit. I've always said that he has such a punchable face. I can't stand that grin that he has on his face at midfield after he beats a Miami Hurricanes football team. So I am very upset about this. I want to see North Carolina fans in the streets with pitchforks and torches rioting because I'm so upset that Miami will never get an opportunity to beat Mack Brown while he is the head coach at the University of North Carolina. He had 2 stints at UNC back in 1988, which went to 1997. And then to current day was 2019 to 2024. So this was his 6th year. And in that 2019 to 2024, Miami never beat him. Not one single time. He will go down as the head coach at UNC that never lost to the Canes. And that just eats me alive, man. So I'm upset that he's getting fired. Now let's backtrack here for a second. Let's settle down. And let's talk about it here because he did release an official statement. I want to see your thoughts on it because, again, this is a team that Miami will not play next year, but I do believe that they play them in 2026, if I'm not mistaken. So I was happy. I thought, hey, look, when this came out, right, this was a few days ago, news. Mack Brown plans to remain the North Carolina head coach beyond 2024. I was celebrating. I said, we are going to get a shot at taking this guy down. And now, today. Now, this is from the official UNC football Twitter account. They're not going to take the time to make a fancy graphic or anything. This is just straight out of Notepad statement from Mack Brown. So he said, while this was not the perfect time and way in which I imagined going out, no time will ever be the perfect time. I've spent 16 seasons at North Carolina and will always cherish the memories and relationships. Sally and I don't know why I paused there. Let's start over. I've spent 16 seasons at North Carolina and will always cherish the memories and relationships Sally and I have built while serving as head coach. We've had the chance to coach and mentor some great young men, and we'll miss having the opportunity to do that in the future. Moving forward, my total focus is on helping these players and coaches prepare for Saturday's game against NC State and give them the best chance to win. We want to send these seniors out right, and I hope our fans will show up Saturday to do the same. So he is going to coach the final regular season game, and it is at home. It's at Kenan Memorial Stadium, and as he stated, against NC State. So UNC this season, very disappointing, right? 6-5. They have an opportunity maybe to go 7-5 here. It's unclear. The AD came out and said they don't know if they will allow him or if he is planning on coaching the bowl game. So that's yet to be determined. But all joking aside, here's the thing. I don't like this guy because Miami was never able to get the best of him in that 2019 to 2024 era of him at UNC. But I can't deny what he's done in his coaching career. I mean, he did win a national title back in 2005 with Texas. And the dude is 73 years old, right? I feel like you start to hit a point. I understand, like, you get older, you get wiser. But I do think there is a point when it starts to become an issue with being relatable to the players. And maybe you think that's important. Maybe you think it's not. All that matters is coaching, developing, and winning football games. But I feel like now the gap is possibly just too great here. Now, Mack Brown did still have 3 years left on his contract, and maybe this is more beneficial for him to get fired, because I guess they got to pay stuff out versus if he said, hey, I'm old, I'm done with this, I just want to retire. So this probably works out actually in his favor. But I'm just upset that Miami didn't ever beat him, because I went to Twitter immediately after I saw this news, and I was like, this is BS. This is unacceptable. I don't approve of this. Come on, North Carolina fans, jump in here, protest this, fire up the petitions. And there were several Canes fans that commented on it, and they were like, bro, worry about Syracuse. Like, why are you worried about North Carolina? They obviously don't know my history with Mack Brown. Because I can respect him. I can respect him. But I got no love for that guy. So he is out at North Carolina. I'm curious, to follow and see how their coaching search goes and who they end up looking for to replace him. I've seen people say, hey, they're coming for Shannon Dawson. Look, I don't know. I don't know who they're going to try to poach or who they're going to pull in, but maybe they want to go, do they want to go for like an up-and-coming guy? Do they want to go with a relatable, like younger guy, that someone who has a firm grasp on this transfer portal stuff and NIL era? Or do they go with a more middle-aged, experienced guy? I don't know. And there are a few North Carolina fans that watch this channel, so maybe they can chime in and let me know kind of what they're thinking. And we'll try to track it. We'll try to follow it some in the offseason. We love to talk about transfer portal and, the coaching carousel that goes on. Everything fires up starting in January. So it's just kind of fun to look at and talk about. But they have an opportunity to beat, another in-state team. He can go out with a bang, with a win. It does not affect Miami in any way. It's not like UNC is trying to get into the ACC championship game. That ain't happening. They're not making it to the playoffs. We're not going to see them in a bowl game. So it does not directly affect Miami. But gosh darn it, I just wanted the Canes to beat this guy, because I still remember, as much as Manny Diaz, made a lot of us upset, I remember that handshake at midfield the year that Manny was getting fired. And, he would not let go of his hand, and then he pulled him closer and put his hand on his arm and was whispering something in his ear. And I just wanted to see, man, just listen to me for a second. I wanted to see Mario Cristobal and Mack Brown meet at midfield with the Canes on top. And I just wanted to see that handshake go down. But it is what it is. He's past his prime. He's been fired. And Miami will never get another shot at him again. So I'm a little sad. Let me know your thoughts. Let's talk about it. Let me know your reactions. Remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.